This is part 2 of nutrition in plants. Before watching this part 2, go and check out the part 1 of this chapter. Link is in description. Previously on this chapter, we learned about nutrition. In modes of nutrition, we learned about autotrophic mode of nutrition, photosynthesis, and chemical equation for photosynthesis, chlorophyll, and chloroplast. In this video, we will be learning about structure of chloroplast, what is stomata, xylem and phloem, heterotrophic mode of nutrition. In heterotrophic mode of nutrition, we will be learning about parasitic, saprophytes, insectivorous and symbiosis. This is the structure of chloroplast. Now let us learn about stomata. Exchange of gases takes place through tiny pores called stomata. Each stomata is surrounded by two guard cells which regulate the opening and closing of stomata. Xylem. Water and minerals are transported to the leaves by the xylem vessels. Phloem. Food is transported from the leaves to the other parts of the plant to the phloem vessels. Now let us learn about heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Heterotrophic. Hetero, which means other, and trophic, which means nutrition. Heterotrophic nutrition is a mode of nutrition in which organisms depend upon other organisms for food to survive. Heterotrophic plants can be divided into four types: parasitic, saprophytes, insectivorous, and symbiotic. Some non-green plants which do not contain chlorophyll undergoes this heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Now let us learn about parasitic plants. Organisms that live on the body of another living organism called host and derive their nutrition from them. Parasitic plants develop some special root-like structures called hostoria, which penetrate into host tissue and take the nutrition from the stems of the host. Parasitic plants can be divided into two types: total parasitic plants and partial parasitic plants. Total parasitic plants. They are completely dependent on their host for food. Examples of total parasitic plants are Cuscuta and Rafflesia. Did you know the flower with the world's largest bloom is the Rafflesia arnoldi? This rare flower is found in the rainforest of Indonesia. It can weigh up to 15 pounds. Partial parasitic plants. They have green leaves and can synthesize their own food through photosynthesis. However, they get water and minerals from the host plant. Examples of partial parasitic plants are mistletoe. Now let us learn about saprophytes. Plants which depend on dead and decaying organic matter for their nutrition is called saprophytic plants. Examples are fungi. In fungi, bread mold, yeast, and mushroom. Now let us learn about insectivorous plants. Insectivorous plants are also called carnivorous plants. These plants feed on insects. These plants are green in color and can make their own food by photosynthesis, but they live in nitrogen deficient soil. Therefore, they fulfill their nitrogen requirement from insects' body. Leaves of insectivorous plants are modified to trap insects. Examples of insectivorous plants are Venus flytrap, pitcher plant, and at last sundew. In Venus flytrap, each leaf consists of two lobes and the inner surface has short stiff air. The lobes mesh up together to trap the insect. The short stiff air is called the trigger air. This is how the Venus flytrap traps an insect. Now let us learn about symbiosis. When two organisms live in close association and share the nutrients and shelter for their mutual benefit, their association is called symbiotic relationship or symbiosis. Examples are lichen and rhizobium. Lichen. It is an example of a symbiotic relationship between algae and a fungus that live together and are mutually beneficial to each other. Algae is an autotroph and a fungus is a saprotroph. Algae provides food material to the fungus and in return fungus provides shelter, water and minerals. Rhizobium. Rhizobium is a bacteria living in the association with root nodules of leguminous plants. Is an example of symbiotic relationship. This rhizobium bacteria converts atmospheric nitrogen into soluble nitrogenous compounds called nitrates and nitrites. Rhizobium can't make its own food and therefore lives in the roots of leguminous plants like gram, peas, from where it gets food and shelter. In return, it provides the plant with nitrogen. The next video is about 20 important MCQs on this chapter, Nutrition in Plants. So stay tuned with us. Like, share and subscribe for more interesting videos like this.